All right. Good morning, everyone, and happy first day of school. Good morning, good morning. I must start off by saying that I now want to start every day just like that, every day. Every day when I walk in the city hall, where I walk in the community, I felt like I was back in the motherland, the birthplace of civilization. So thank you, young people, for that fabulous, fabulous entrance and really getting everybody's blood flowing and putting us all in the right space this morning. And I'd like to start by welcoming us all back to school across Baltimore, all of our students and families, for what we know will be a fantastic 24-25 school year. I'm excited to continue our first day of school tradition after doing drop-off again this morning. Madam CEO, alongside our CEO, Dr. Santelises, we're hitting a number of schools today. One in particular, you can see because I have the shirt on already. And as anyone who knows me, I will tell you that this is one of my favorite days of the year and one of my favorite duties as mayor. We are coming off an incredible summer that was packed with activities for our young people. Over 7,000 of them earned money this summer in Youth Works. And while we have a few events left, we want to carry that same level of engagement, that same energy into the school year. There's a lot of exciting things happening this year. We want to make sure that every single student comes into the school year safe and ready to tackle their studies. In that spirit, this morning, across town, Muncie organized a praise tunnel for kids coming back to school at Bernard Harris Elementary. This action is a part of the coordination neighborhood response that I activated following the mass shooting in that community last Sunday. As that community continues to grapple with that tragedy, we are wrapping our arms around everyone, but most importantly, the young people in that neighborhood by mobilizing a number of partners doing the coordinated neighborhood. This is the part where the mayor says, if you have a phone, please place it on vibrate or silent. I don't know if iPhones can do that, but I'm sure they might be able to. Doing the coordinated neighborhood stabilization response to be there for them and the community as they return to school, including the police department, fire department, ROAR, Challenge to Change, the state's attorney's office, and more. This is something the community brought up last week about needing to make sure the youth in the community were supported. And we want to ensure that young people are able to start this new school year on the right foot and heal from the trauma and pain that community is facing. I am deeply proud of the work that we're doing to integrate our community violence intervention work and our youth engagement work, especially as we partner with city schools to make those efforts as seamless as possible. It all serves to support the whole student and try to meet each of their needs, whatever their needs may be. And as we head into this new year, we will continue a push a message that we highlighted last year: improving school attendance. My message this morning is as clear as exactly it was a year ago. To our young scholars and to your families, we need you to show up to school on time every day, ready to learn. That means you have to get a good night's rest and have a healthy, nutritious breakfast. Not chips, not soda, not Takis. Fruits, vegetables are the foundation for a great day. Take a break from social media, Instagram, TikTok, and get your body recharged for the next day. And no one asked me, and it's not in my talking points, but I'm going to say it, Dr. S. I see that one school is banning cell phones. Mayor wouldn't mind if it was all of them. Let's collect them all as they come into school and they get them back when they go home. That's what we used to do with our little Nokias when I was at Mervo. Your attendance has a direct impact on the academic performance, social emotional development, and future life outcomes. I know that Dr. S and city schools have been working around the clock to support schools in improving attendance and decreasing chronic absenteeism, but this work cannot just rest on the shoulders of our schools. It's going to take all of us in the community to push our young people to make sure that they are here on time and ready to learn. The collaboration between my office and city schools shows that collaboration and shared responsibility is not just the best way, it's the only way to improve outcomes for our young people. So whether you're a student, a parent, a community leader, a business owner, a neighbor, a cousin, an uncle, an aunt, we all have a role to play. And that's why I'm proud to continue this tradition for the second year in a row. awarding the Mayor's Attendance Challenge to the school that had the most improvement in their attendance last school year. It's my hope that this will not only be a reminder to students and their families, but also garner some fun competition, because what's something with Mayor Brandon Scott without competition that will benefit all of our students. This morning, we are starting off by highlighting the achievements of the school that won the year-long attendance challenge award, ConneXions Academy, a community-based, yes, a community-based art school who had a 22.3% reduction in chronic absenteeism in the 2023-2024 school year. Let's say that again, a 22.3% reduction, the largest improvement in city schools. Let's make some noise for that. Principal Brooks, congratulations on winning the second annual Mayor's Attendance Cup, celebrating the progress that ConneXions has made to improve attendance. And with that, I am going to do my duty. Congratulations, sir. And I will also read a certificate of recognition. On behalf of the people of Baltimore, I am pleased to present this certificate to ConneXions, a community-based art school, in recognition of your school having the greatest improvement in reducing chronic absenteeism with a reduction rate of 22.3%, the most for Baltimore City Public Schools for the school year 23-24. On behalf of the people of Baltimore, I commend the students, families, faculty, staff, and leadership for your outstanding attendance. Congratulations to you all. And before I turn it over to Dr. S., I also want to highlight something else that we are focusing heavy on this year. Parents, most importantly, but grandparents, everybody, we want you to know, guardians, where your children are. Not just in the physical sense, but where they are in reading and math. Are they on grade level? We want you to know exactly where they are so that we can push them to being where they need to be. Because we know if they are, especially for those who are before a third grade in that third grade level, if they are reading and at math at grade level, we know the sky is the limit for them. But if we allow them to fall behind, we have a lot of work to do. We made a lot of gains, but we want every single parent in the school system to know where their young person is so that we can all work together to get them where they need to be. And thank you. And with that, I will turn it over to Dr. S.
Thank you, Mayor Scott. I just want to continue to thank Mayor Scott, Dr. Brooks, the entire city team for, as the mayor referenced, partnering with us. This is a citywide effort, and it really is a pleasure, actually, in addition to an honor, to work with a mayor who understands what it means from the classroom level, the student level on up, what those key important issues are that we need to rally around as a city. The other piece I want to say is happy first day, everybody. Like the mayor, first day of school has been my favorite since I first went to pre-K years and years ago. I won't say how many years, Mayor. Hint, hint, 56. Yep, not looking too bad. But I want to say this is, again, just a fabulous day across our city. I got a chance when driving over to ConneXions to see parents. I saw a mom and a daughter biking to school. I saw a dad making sure his little people got across safely. I want to shout out our crossing guards who are out today. Really doing a fantastic job to make sure everybody gets to school safely. And as the mayor said, we are doubling down again on attendance this year, and we're thrilled that the mayor is lending his support behind this. I want to also shout out again Principal Brooks. We also know We also know that ConneXions represents our citywide investment in arts and other things that are engaging young people. This has been an arts-themed school. And by the way, I mentioned to somebody, it is a come all, right? Come one, come all school. And one of the things you should know is that in addition to being the home of a Baltimore City Teacher of the Year finalist in Mr. Brandon Booth, that ConneXions was also recognized nationally, and you have behind you a national choir winner in the Disney, I can't remember the official name, the Festival Disney competition. They competed with choirs from across the country in, frankly, far more resource school districts. And what they showed was that the biggest resource of all that's most important is the talent, determination, and focus. So congratulations to the ConneXions choir. I just want to re-emphasize also what the mayor said. We know that we have the release of MCAP tomorrow officially, but I will say this, that we have schools that continue to be on the move in city schools, and what we need is the continued partnership with families. So one additional reminder to families is, please, when your young people come home, make sure you know when your school's open school night is. That's where you'll get the information about everything from course requirements to, great cubby treats. So one of the things we want to make sure is that we see families out. And again, attendance across the district is up, and chronic absenteeism is down. Normally, districts celebrate a 1% decrease because that's considered significant. We here at City Schools are at 5.7% decrease in chronic absenteeism. So with that, we're off to a great start, and I will turn it back over to the mayor. Thank you, Mayor.
Before we are blessed with some beautiful voices, we want to see if you guys have any questions. Questions? Yes, ma'am.
Mayor Scott, you're both talking about the importance of attendance this year. Can you give some examples of that citywide effort across the district? I know Dr. Santelises, you talked a little bit about this in our interview last week, but just some specific examples about how you're improving attendance at other schools beyond that.
Well, I'll just start. I think that, and Dr. Esser will probably agree, I think that the beauty of what's happening in city schools is that every single school community is different. When you look at what principals are doing, there are principals that are going to houses. They're partnering with folks like the brothers at We Are Us and other organizations to go out and get those students. They're making phone calls. I know for me, my son's principal, if we miss a day, like, we're getting a phone call and a text and an email to make sure that people know that they have to have their young people in school. And I think that when you're talking about our young people and our families, there's no cookie cutter approach to this, right? And that's why you have to have that flexibility and the ability for our schools, which are a deep part of our community, to know and understand that and adjust in whatever way possible. Oh, yes, ma'am.
Sorry. Are there any specific programs to kind of reduce barriers for parents who might not be able to give their student a healthy lunch, might not be able to get their student on the bus? It's some of those things that you mentioned in your first comment.
Well, I think that all of our students eat for free, right? So we have to understand that if they can come to school for breakfast and for lunch, and they all ride the bus for free. So we know that sometimes that's getting up a little early, right? I know about that myself. I used to get up at 5 o'clock to be on the bus at 5:45, right? We've gotten a little better since then, but we have those opportunities for our families, and we want them to take part in that. But we also know that this is also a part of a culture shift, right? We have to shift the culture about what's okay for our young people to eat before and after school. And let me also say this: if you see businesses that are not supposed to be open and not supposed to be selling stuff to kids before school, let our office know, because we'll be having some conversations with them. We cannot expect our young people to succeed in the way that we want them to if they're continuously coming to school on sugar highs, right? We can't do that. That might be tough for some people to hear, but young people shouldn't be drinking soda in the morning. They shouldn't be eating Takis in the morning, right? We have to understand what a true and balanced breakfast is if we want them to succeed.
You mentioned safety right off the top. Is safety a concern going into this school year? And if so, what is being done any different from last year?
Well, I think safety is always a concern when you're talking about young people, right? And we know that everything from school police to BPD to the school community itself to volunteers, everyone in our community is going to be a part of that. And that's what we need more of, right? We need more folks showing up, not just on the first day, but consistently in our schools, folks who want to mentor these young women and young men to show up. Everything that we can do, we need to do that. No questions about air conditioning this year, everybody? I guess it's because all of them are done. There's no questions about whether everyone has air conditioning. All right. Well, thank you very much for your questions. We are going across the hall. We're going to follow the Teacher of the Year candidate across the hall. He will direct us